and to the Gentiles that profess unto the truth of Mashiach. So the other day somebody called me, they wanted to get some scriptures from me, so I distribute in the UK and Europe his word, his Hebrew Israelite scriptures, Hebrew Old Testament, Hebrew Apocrypha, Hebrew New Testament. It's a great translation, and this is what we distribute in our blessed menorah. But they called me about this. They wanted to know about the information, and they had so many questions. They said they're alone, they have nobody to talk to, and they wanted some questions answered. I asked if I knew about the Sabbath and the feast. So I was educating them a little bit. They had so many questions. And then they asked me a question. They said, well, we know that the true Jews are not the ones living in Israel. So who are the true Jews? And I told them the people who are black or melanated. And I give examples of that in Deuteronomy 28, etc., etc. And the manifestation that came out of these people was unbelievable. And they were a white couple, and they said to me this: they would rather believe a lie than accept that the children of the book and Mashiach is black. They would rather believe a lie than accept that the children of the book and Mashiach is black. That is an end-time spirit, a spirit of evil manifesting in these last days, wrestling in the womb. So I turned around and said, well, look, you want the scriptures or not, it's up to you, but this is the truth, and apologize for these things. She said to me, am I a rabbi? I said, I don't call myself rabbi, but I'm a teacher of the word, and we represent the tribes of Israel. And she said, I'd rather watch my Ashkenaz. They would rather believe a lie than accept that the children of the book and Mashiach is black. They would rather believe a lie than accept that the children of the book and Mashiach is black. As the rabbi said, you do what you want, that's on you.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha HaKodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to you fellow believers of the truth, and shalom to the elect. So anyway, I want to go on a video with his brother, fellow Israelite, as he spoke with a white couple who said that they would rather actually believe a lie than to accept the Israelites being so-called black. And it's not surprising to me, not surprising at all. I mean, a guy that was doing the video, he actually did a reaction off it, and he was like, this is the craziest thing he heard. He was shocked. But in my mind, I wasn't shocked at all. This is what it is. Now, the guy did say this is prophecy, Genesis 25 and 25, when they wrestled in the womb. That's what's still happening. The wrestling is continuing. So it's not much to say on this. I just wanted to touch on it. To go into the, it's the fact that these people are allowed to behave this way. They're allowed to speak on this stuff. And nobody would deem them as out of the ordinary. That's the best thing I could say. They're allowed to do that. And it also shows that they could secretly act like they care about you, but secretly they got other motives and thoughts going on. So this is Psalms 53:3. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb, they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, right? So the problem is the lies are being done away with. We've managed, let me get this scripture real quick since we're going into that. 2 Corinthians 10:5, it says, casting down imaginations. Well, let me go to 10:4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of the strongholds. Right? So we don't need to fight you to say, hey, this is what it is physically. There's no need to do that. The main tool that was used against us is not to be able to read, not to be so-called educated, or not to know anything about yourself. That is a strong weapon on a spiritual level. It says casting down imaginations, right? in every high thing that exalteth itself of the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing it into captivity every thought of the obedience of Yahushua. So when they put up that picture of that false Jesus, we all thought that was the real Jesus, and that is what destroyed us and everything with it. So I was listening to this rabbi who said, you people believing in a lie because the New Testament is false. There's a lot of Old Testament Israelites that believe that too. But I was saying, well, wait a minute. And I know how people was going off as well a while back, but wait a minute. Why did they put the white Jesus up then? Right? If it was all fake, why did they have to put the white Jesus up to cover up the black Jesus? That's my problem. If it came in as fake, the people that brought it to us would never had to cover up a Jesus, because there would never been one. Right? And all they would have had to do was present a white Jesus and tell us that was it. Maybe they did it for the other so-called white people. I don't know. But a lot of things that was spoken about in the New Testament, Yahushua spoke about, came out of the Old Testament. Even Apostle Paul came out of the Old Testament. Let's get an example of that real quick, because these people don't know what's up. Let's go to Romans 9 and 11. It says, where we at? It says, for the children, let me go to 9. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. Right? Okay, Sarah had a son. Right? And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh, according to the election, might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Now this is talking about a nation, by the way, eventually. So they never done anything good or bad, but in that lifetime. But guess what? The Most High ordained it to be that way. And he's just quoting out of Genesis 25, when it said, 2 nations shall be in thy womb, and the elder shall serve the younger. Right? So it's what it is. You know, you can't get around it. So I'm not surprised. That's my whole point. I'm not surprised. Not surprised that they would behave like that. In fact, I would think they're supposed to. You know? I mean, I don't understand why people are seriously infuriated. Actually, it's a beautiful thing, because now they can see the truth. You know, the scripture says the knowledge shall increase. Now they can see the truth. And now what's happening is nobody wants to accept the truth. And now that the truth is coming out, it's really hurting them bad. Let's go to scripture that come to mind real quick before I go to this last scripture. I want to just make this a short video. Deuteronomy 30, if I'm not mistaken, 30 and 7. This is what's happening. Right? See, all those lies that was put on us is now being cast away. Those imaginations, those lies, the filthiness, the disgustingness, and the sickness. That's how we got destroyed. Everybody looking and say, well, how are these black people so destroyed? We're the only people on the planet as Israelites, black, Native Americans, you know, some of you that look like other nations, but mainly so-called blacks in America. We the only people was robbed on a consecutive basis on that level. Came to the country, brought here to the country, and Native Americans, but so-called blacks, and was robbed and spoiled continuously. All the massacres you can look up that happened in Babylon. And then we are the only race that has, a woman that has the need to be called queens and is uplifted, and uplifting them kind of destroys an heritage. So they give them the parent parenthood and everything else. Nobody is more destroyed than the so-called blacks and natives on this planet. Nobody. So the process of elimination, what nationality of people would fit those curses of the Bible? Don't say those curses of the Bible was back then, which some of it was 70 AD, even before then, and then after, and in the future. But when you look at the historical records, even Deuteronomy 28, which goes from different time zones, when you look at the historical records, what did you see? Did the Lord come back and deliver us yet? No, he did not. So that means the curses would be still here. And there's only one group of people that fit these curses. Right? Now they're setting up black leaders to try to come back against the Israelites in that so-called land, making them rabbis. Now they're doing that, trying to reach out to the other Israelites. Boy, are they reaching. I'm seeing this all over now, man. Well, at least this other site I saw, they set up a black rabbi, right, and told them the differences between us and them, how there's similarities. Come on now. This is crazy. The funding of everything that happened to us, right? So if we had so many similarities, why the hell are we on the bottom? Shouldn't we still be similar? I mean, the Lord put us on the bottom, but we're not running those districts. We're not in that kind of power. Come on, man. But we see what's happening, Deuteronomy 30 and 7. See, as long as you had the power, you elites, you had the money, you couldn't even really enjoy your money. I mean, you enjoyed it, but you ain't going to enjoy it like the men, women, and children of the Israelites. It says, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. That's why they don't want to see the real deal. That's what they're afraid of. Because if all this stuff is true that these so-called Negroes, these Israelites are saying, that is a scary thought. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, let no man deceive you by any means. For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, called God, or that is worshipped. Right? All that. Let's go to Habakkuk 2. So that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God. Right? And this is him. This is why he got that on his money. In God we trust. I mean, we can read this in Obadiah as well. He exalts himself as the eagle. And you can clearly say, okay, the Babylonians had the symbol of the eagle. The Romans and various others had the symbol of the eagle. But guess what? The ones who are in power now will represent that eagle. And we do know this is future timeline Bible prophecy. And we do know Ecclesiastes 1 and 9 says there's no new thing under the sun. Right? It says, sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is God. Right? So now, all the what's been done is all being revealed. And there's nothing they could do about it. Anyway, let me get this last one. Luke 12 and 2. It says, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. And this is the truth. You can hide it. Now, there are our people who feel the same way that this white couple did, because they're going to be comfortable in the way that they live. Right? It says, therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which have been spoken in the ear in the closet shall be proclaimed upon the housetops, right? So we're out there teaching now. The truth is coming out. We no longer had to murmur one another to try to wake up each other. Now the YouTube was available, the internet, the social media, and that's all it took. Now everything is being revealed. Everything is out of the bag, man. You know. Now, this is going into the wicked Pharisees, you know, thinking they was going to get away. But nah, you don't get away. But this man today represent them on that level. And that's what they calling themselves. They're wicked as hell, man. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Shalom.